Hi guys, I'm pluXy and this is going to be a Call of Duty 2 tutorial where I'll show you how to rig your character to the Call of Duty 2 bones. In this tutorial I suppose that you have the basic knowledge of Maya and Call of Duty 2, so I'm just going to explain the rigging stuff. I'm not going to explain the basics. If you don't know the basics, you just don't try it. So well, first we're going to open Maya and our character. I have imported this character from Gmod files. I guess it's Harley Quinn from some type of Marvel game. There it is. I loaded all the textures because later we will need them so we can see better if the model is working well or not. But actually we're going to keep it without it. So let's start. Before continuing, I'm going to give you some tips. I highly recommend you to check all the vertex from the meshes of the model, because if one part has more than 5500 vertex, it will give you some error at compiling it with Asset Manager. So just check it, and if you got that trouble, just split that mesh into parts and you will get rid of it. Because if you later have that problem with all the model already rigged, you will have to undo all that, and it's really a shit. So well, let's start. We are going to import Josh Dev Mesh, which was given with the Call of Duty 2 mod tools. It's in bin Maya. Actually, well, I put it there. So import it. There it is. As you can see, our model is a lot smaller than the Call of Duty 2 stock one, so we're going to resize it. So go to here, click here, hypergraph, and this will pop up. Select all the parts, as you can see, and go to edit, group. Now it's grouped in one single, as you can see. This process is very important. We'll need it later. So now we're going to scale it. I'm going to do 2.54, 254, and 254, and rotate it 90 degrees. As you can see now, it's a little bit taller. We're going to check this out. Now seems perfect to me. So well, let's keep it. Okay, now we're going to get into hypergraph and select those four shapes. Go before all of this, be sure it's on animation, this box, and go to the skin now, skin, touch skin, go into it, delete by type, history. Oh shit, I'm just checking this, and delete it. Now here we have all the bones of the game. As you can see, most of them are not useless for us because we're going to work with a multiplayer character. So yeah, that it is. We're going to need some tweaking with the bones at all, so we're going to select those. Well, actually it's a bit move. We're going to move a little bit this because it's not, doesn't look that good. As you can see, it's a little bit rotated. Just move it. Nope, like this. I don't recommend to do that so much because you can get into trouble later. Just try to be very detailed with this. There we go. we're going to do is just put this into the correct place. So now, as you can see, guys, I've moved all those bones into their correct place. Also, we have got here all the attack weapons and the weapon bones, but as you can see, they are not in the right place, so later we'll have to put it back, or we will have some trouble with the weapon spawn. So well, I also moved a bit of the leg bones to its correct place. Be sure that they are in the correct place, because later, if you don't do it, you will have also some trouble with painting skin weights. So well, now we go back to hypergraph. So now here in the hypergraph, we're going to select the meshes from the model and link it into the bones. There are two different ways of doing this. I'm going to do it all together, apart from the eyes, because eyes usually give some trouble, especially at the head, because there are a lot of bones at the head, so be careful. We're going to select the these meshes. One tip before all is to go to model export before all of this, so you can easily select the parts later. Select all of this, select all of this. Now, well, let's select the bones first. I guess press shift and left click. We're going to need all those bones. 1 second. I think the attack weapon, left. Where is the other one? I don't need it in this case. I'm not sure actually, because it's been a lot of time without doing this. So. Okay, let's go to now. These are basically, as you can see, the body bones. Well, 1 second so I can see it better. There it is. Now select the neck bone, the head bone, the eye. I usually just take these ones because the other are fairly useless. So that's it. From here, these are more head bones. I don't. You can rig them, but it's a lot of work with paint skin weights later. So also select those from here at the bottom. Hip twist. These are more, I think, leg bones. So that it is. These are the basic ones that we need. Now we go to skin, bin skin, and be sure that it's like this, everything, and do apply. Well, actually, for applying, we could do the tip I was saying to you guys. Is that if we go here and do select sports, later, if we undo it, we select the sports, we'll have them back, so we don't have to select each one again. So it's a very useful tip. So go to bin skin, smooth min, we do it. So let's do it again. And now it's done. Now, as you can see, if we rotate the bones or we move it, they are attached to the character. As you can look here, as you can see, the hair is a bit broken. That's because some bones are actually acting in that part, so they're moving it too. So that's a thing that we don't want. and we'll have to work with paint skin weights actually. So select the not sure about this at the moment. I think it's what's the group. So go to skin, edit smooth skin, paint skin weights tool, click here, and now as you can see here in the screen, we have all the bones that we have linked to the character, and if we click on them, that white parts are actually the parts that the bone is affecting to them, and the black parts are the parts that are not being affected by the bone. So what we're going to do now is to tweak with all those bones and paint that zones that we really need to make it look better, so we don't have all the trouble. So for the paint skin weights, I'm only going to show how to fix one bone or two, because there are a lot of bones that need to be fixed, and it's all the time the same. You just paint parts that are going to be affected by the bones, and that's it. So for example, now as we have the character rigged, so if we move this, look now, as you guys can see, this is not working correctly. So we'll fix it with paint skin weights. So select again, go to hypergraph, select the group, go to paint skin weights again, I have it here on the left, and just tweak a bit with here, just put it as white. You can do this smaller or bigger. In my case, as you guys can see, this is going actually moving. Well, actually should move. There is a little bit problem here. It's not getting into its correct place. Damn it. There it is. You have to be very, very, very careful with the number of white color you're giving, because as you can see now, there is a lot of white here, and it's a bit book. I don't like it at all. We may need to make some changes, but well, actually it looks good, like a normal rotation from the leg. So just keep going, keep doing it until it looks a bit normal. So this is a little bit less. I think that looks good, quite good. Also for this other zone, as you can see, if we select again, look on the left foot, one of the muscles is bugged, so we need to fix that too with paint skin weights again. All the time it's the same, you just fix these parts, and that's it. I guess this is because one of the bones is actually one of the, I think it's this bone, maybe. Yeah, it is. So it's all the time the same. As you guys can see, it's a bit boring, but it has to be done. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So at 0, as you can see, it's just going down. There are, as I said, there is a different way of doing this, but actually for me this is one. So well, this is a bit boring. You just need to fix all the bones for this leg, for example, this other leg, the same process but inverted. On this hand, I guess, yeah, as you can see the hair, we need to do paint skin weights too, probably for the torso too. Oh well, this looks quite good. And for the face, no, there's no, it has no eyes. It's weird. Yeah, in this case, as you can see here, we'll need some tweaking for the shirt. Also for the fingers, I'm pretty sure about it. Fingers give a lot of trouble. So yeah, you just keep checking all the bones if they are working properly and fix it with paint skin weights. So now after doing all the paint skin weights, we're practically done at Maya. We only have to export the model into the game, so go to Cod2, model exporter, click on entry and set the folder where it's going to be exported. And now on the hypergraph, as we set the exports before, just click on select exports. There are some bones that need to be exported, not rigged, so be sure that you have tag origin and all the J gun and tag weapon bones. Also, one thing is that I forgot to rig the eyes bone before, so you just have to do the same as we did with the body. You select the eye bones and the eyes mesh, and skin bin the skin. So well, by now, just be sure you have all those bones selected and the group. Be sure it's group. We don't need each part, just the group. So be sure of that and click on export selected entries. Now it's exporting. Okay, that's it. Go to asset manager for compiling and be sure that everything is like this. This is going to be like animated in this case, or we're going to select our model, which I think is here. And for me, actually, if I don't put those lines, the model will look a bit broken at the game. I'm not sure if it's that's because I've got a problem with the Call of Duty 2 plugins, or I don't know, but I need it. Bone stabilizers, I've got this and all this. So that's it. Just compile it and it should work. You only have to put it on the game and there it is. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching.